So number 2, pause the video, give it a read and a go. All right, so what we have to do here is find the value of theta. And theta, well, you can see that it's in this triangle right here. So we just need there's a couple ways to do this. We could first realize that the radius is 4 centimeters, therefore this other radius needs to be 4 centimeters as well. Feel free to write that on your diagram too if it helps. Okay, and you could use the cosine rule because you have 3 sides and you just need the angle. So that's this formula right here. Cos C is equal to a squared plus b squared minus c squared over 2ab. Okay, so let's write it as cos theta is equal to 4 squared plus 4 squared minus 5 squared over 2 times 4 times 4. Okay, and this is just calculator work at this point in time. So let's do, I'll do it as a fraction first you could do it in one step, but I'm going to do it in more. 4 squared plus 4 squared minus 5 squared over 2 times 4 times 4. Oh, and I messed something up here. Okay, so that is that, and then we need to find the inverse of cos here. So notice that the question was in radians, wants the answer in radians, so make sure that you're in radians mode up here. Can your TI-nspire, you can just click it to change it if it's not there, but that's in radians. Okay, go up, let's grab this answer, and that's 1.35. Okay, so we can simply just theta equals 1.35, and that should suffice. Okay, for part B, feel free to write down here if you want to, but just because I want to have everything on the screen, I'll write over here. Find the area of the shaded region. Okay, so we're looking at this, which is just a sector. So just as a reminder, that's this formula. A is equal to 1/2 r squared theta. Okay, so I'm going to write that down. A is equal to 1/2 r squared theta. Okay, and r is 4, the radius. Theta is from this previous question, 1.35. Okay, so I'm just going to substitute that in there. Okay, you want to substitute in the exact value, not 1.35. Okay, so we'll just use our calculators to help out with that. Okay, so we are looking for 1/2 times r, which is 4 squared, times, let's use this value, and that's 10.8. Okay, so in this case, that is 10.8 centimeters squared. Okay, oh, sorry, I was hiding that. Okay, and let's just check the mark scheme to see, and actually, before I move on, I think I made a mistake here. We're looking for the shaded region, not the previous one. So there is a little mistake here. So before we check the mark scheme, okay, we should be doing the other part of this. So it's like 2 pi radians minus that. So definitely there will be a mistake here. So let's just go back and change that before we look at the mark scheme. Okay, so I'm going to come here. This is one thing I like about using these calculators. We can speed up the process instead of rewriting everything. So 2 pi minus that, and it should be this. Okay, so 39.5. Okay, so 39.5 centimeters squared. Okay, so let's check that. Okay, so you can see there it is, and everything looks good, so hopefully no trick there. Oh, here's the other method I referenced, but you can split the triangle. For part A, you can split the triangle into 2 right triangles and just use the trig ratios, or commonly known in English like using SOHCAHTOA, and that should work. So feel free to give that a look. Okay, and that's number 2.